My name is John Sajan. I'm a global program manager for Magna Exteriors, and I seek out big adventures. My latest adventure is summiting to Mount Everest Base Camp, which is about 17,500 feet in elevation, or I think it's roughly 5,600 meters. And it entails about 8 days of climbing with 4 days of climbing on the return. The inspiration first came to me many years ago when I climbed my first small mountain in New Zealand called Mount Ruapehu, which is only about 9,700 feet tall. But once I got to the top, I felt a lot of excitement of the accomplishment, and I knew that I wanted more of that. So in 2022, my son and I climbed and summited Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa, and that just continued to feed the need for something bigger and better. So shortly after that, what is bigger than that is the ultimate is Everest. And so recruited my friends and my son, and we moved forward with doing it, and it was a great experience. A good friend of mine, Abraham Velasquez, at our Magna Hermosillo facility down in Mexico, introduced me to a thing called rucking. And if you don't know what that is, I didn't. But it's basically walking around your neighborhood with a bunch of weight on your back. So I went out, bought a rucksack, I put 30 pounds on my back, and my friend and I would go down to a parking structure near our house, and we'd climb the stairs up and down until we had about 100 flights of stairs. It was pretty boring. You'd see people come for dinner with their families, and then you'd still be in there climbing the stairs when they come back. So it was pretty boring, but I felt like I needed to do something to prepare myself, because I'd be a little upset if I went all the way out there and I fell short just because I didn't put the effort in. So tried to make the effort, and then it worked out. The toughest moment, probably for myself and probably for most of my group, was once we got to base camp, we realized we had to go back. And what I didn't realize about that hike was that it was just as much climbing on the way down as it was on the way up. You just needed to realize that you don't have the adrenaline anymore of trying to reach your goal. That's gone. And that really gave you a lot of fuel to keep pushing every day, because you wanted to get to your goal. Well, what do you do after your goal's gone, right? So now it just becomes a mind game in your mind that you want to get home. And so going down was the toughest, and you just had to set your mind right in the right frame and keep pushing, What I do in program management for exteriors is planning, right? It's about launching new products for exteriors to the delight of our customers, right? So in order to do that, I got to plan properly. I got to make sure I have the right people on my team. I got to make sure I have the right tools, right? And climbing Everest isn't much different, right? I had to make a plan. I had to make sure I had the right people with me, the right porters and the guides, and I had to make sure I had the right equipment, safety equipment, food, supplies, and most importantly, we needed to have the teamwork to bring it all together to be successful. And that's exactly what I do every day at Magna to launch products. So my message to Magna and everybody watching is, you can climb mountains.